Susumani faso nada wate. Yeah, yodum no.
FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Prof Matthew.
Hey, see.
Yes, sir.
Na ambom.
Nyame ho, na also e.
Mako ran wa hu se na. Bom nsa no tata.
Ona ba kusia na ba kusi ba bi.
Dade.
Na ye program ama.
Na me se kam me put it say oh. Na assembly. But it was a good time.
Aye. Yeah, that's in so.
Yeah, that was in so pa.
Boko there.
Open ya na ta cancer o kana fefe. Oka oh come and yo.
O si apom there.
Open yo come yo. O so ka apom there.
Apom there. Na
mo di aka
botom.
O come yo here.
Yeah, da nyamiase. Na surprise oba na meni age ya deputy education minister Gifty Chum Ampofu. Good morning, Madam Deputy Minister.
Good morning, Chairman General.
Mpacho boko there. Adom ni humobo enwa na dia bedru ne na eme de se wo ha menim se enkomo no doso
Yes,
enkomo no doso.
Yes,
But mami misa wona ye baby aye adwuma e ba ne say na sa textbook he pass here. How was it possible?
Chairman General.
Yes, auntie.
Me chia we tie fo nyina.
Ye Joso.
Na me chia me pesu asefo nso.
Omo Joso papa. Ebu akwa north for.
Me pacho na textbook he pass here. Nwa kakra. Ba menim se ne eye ahotoso kakra ne se immediately won aye won adwuma on se Ministry of Education ye wo agencies bebre nti won a won hwe textbook se beya e beji atom e behwe content e behwe language e behwe colors ni nyina no immediately won my press release say yam withdraw those books nyina na no na minister tukwan ti minim say sabre ni mo bebre bekoso who didn't do the proof reading well and now say books no ye yankasa ya pass ye chama general Thursday Friday na bokumase enti information kakra bi wo ho a enye too perfect with me And may cautious of what I say here. Almost say sometimes you can say books are bad. If you have no books are ya jia to moi, yan kase ya kase, ye betu ya kendi yan fenko school. And if you honswa, na ye books are ebi bebre na ba eba naka. Bombe shweni name no ya jibia tum na ya agree si ye betobi. Na bi nso de yan jintum. Enti we no ne ya jia tum ni bia na sa ne wo market. They are two different things. So one market e bi kura no do market ntem. Enti no parent ni teacher fo nyina akope kakra. And na bi o hon so dia yan jintum but our market because obature chire say new curriculum no sa textbook yi ya chro no with the new curriculum. Enunti Chairman General me wo topics na major information business here to get the feedback say near yenga yagia tumuno ana say near other publishers a publishers say with the new curriculum nti awofo atomo ma na teacher for so atobi that is the issues with textbooks aya na yewo. But near ye mahotoso ne say naka act very urgently immediately and somebody buy na when I withdraw from market and from everywhere.
Interestingly, you know, also naka act immediately. Now book social cover say naka approved.
Chairman General, I know dear publishers no any printers no I want strategy. So when you say at least one war curriculum no and a bit more kra one boa publishers more intro books a bit more kra your members to this committee idea new curriculum.
Until we don't know say naka approve and na approve. And so me I mean him me say naka approved bo hompe.
And no assembly because there was an earlier one. What can I say? Books be buy.
Head for carrying load, no.
And you say ne watch naka approved. And soon naka approve ye. And to want to naka approve and I say this is by the according to the new curriculum. And so that is the challenge. And so I'm say hano me nkasa bebre ma send message bi a me hope say menya information no and sana program no aba awie because books bi wa bonti atwe naka approve publishers na ton won ade enya naka na se yanjin ko school dem because ne naka se yanjin ko school dem no de wo hu bi wa bonti if say ye ton nyina na ye no yakọ payment terms you twa won kan we supply to the schools and naka approve ni de marketing gimmick enti na me say me pese me nya that information no and sana me hope say ma send message immediately me hu wo issues e be ka ho asem no menya response and say ya pon kwa asem bi o ha yem fa ya dwen kan
prof book room unhu bi dia
say picture na da no portion bi wo I think the page is not shown but say any portion be a free book media come mame in reading the 7 points omo Diego has a negative effects of Christian missionary activities. Which says the religion is a major cause of physical conflict. She said some and a day ntawantawa ntokwa ediba Ghana and if you are singing
na Ghana bibi sao
kwamo de eba the so beyond say Christianity has led to an increased poverty say Christosome ama ohia aba na ochire say yewo nkitawani bi eda osom ene aniha ntem akwadro so be obi o Christonia ha no opeke Christianity or anka religion as obi Christonia o ya akwadro pa na no nema ohia ba Ghana ena san ka san Africa nyina And I feel say religion makes people like a desica in their attitude. Just say, Emma, one shada and no one yet at the pabia. Enfam bu ombre yi Emma Brabon Coso. Number 3, I say, or some enchere missionaries no ediba no edi usuro ene ehu edi ewura won edisa osum dechi enu anan ose osum ebuye kwan ma akromfo ne atrofo ewura ekohye kuntu ase o yenyame adwuma
ende eno kremu
nti kwa wode saso yeah pass ebi ba akoma enum ose osum edi yimu ne enimtiebu edi mamba kwa mebere so nsia ose politicians mi ama meti ose politicians e wagana ha ofa osum so edi ma entawanta ba omanfo ntem na omodi aye wo ho yie everyday twato no ose osum a wagana enhye creativity den say utumi adwene foforoye na utumi ya ade bi a emankosio ba no o say osuma wo onyamesumni a say ndie muslimi yu say kristo niu sa ade na ebo ama nkosio ba no osum ebat ekataso manemba kwame sa minister dey also or him me dey dem na me analyze if you say kwame say my invite for public lecture be me be here
ampa
if it was the name British Council maybe hear the role of religion Christianity and the para organs to say theological institutions in improving mental health and me are very much aware of Himua Abba Efa Oson religion and then bibi say mental health and then osomne adwumotewo and atenkemotewo osom any violence meka basabasaye osom any apomodin physical health nya nonko osom any creativity me very much aware of the literature there pa enti sabe nsema nipa atweregu ase ye manu nsuya no eni nyina so bia de di kan no yenim enhwemu ewo ho se ohwe most religious histories abuhunu say some conflict may say occurs in psychology of religion at both the first degree and master's level.
Okay.
Now one of the things I hear religion and violence. Now, no say because enkrofo fa osom say idiosyncratic mesom because idiosyncrasy said the wadwene ye no memesumni enti wanyemi antuma mewo sekan mesumni wanye say ameyo say enti ema ampa ohe what happened in northern Nigeria kwame say ohe history now even the crusades by so and other places I can give you a litany of people nkrofobi ekoshe osumbiase na mu de prankrofo sabe is ya kwame bai fundamentalism say obi no sumbia na dwenu no ne say medie no eno ani ene idiosyncrasy and how it drives violence.
But say you be book say no crescent naka and they approve a main problem. Say anya no crescent naka so na approve na say obi and na ordinary idiosyncrasies now who can
exactly
e dey koshe book hum e dey aba bedwamana.
Exactly. Excellent. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Exactly. The book is very idiosyncratic. It is not evidence based. And enipa no
chese bosremuka
ompe oson eno no apeke niema na ompe no wa apeke dia wura book no. I mean, for example, Kwame, 78% of research materials globally actually say religion is a robust processor of mental health. Come on, what is the guy saying? 78%. And I now evidence na free. Say religion Emma the equipment crimes was say Emma unyaba. Look at the investment. Men come on. What do you come here? Basel Mission investment in education in Ghana. I don't have to even go far.
Catholics. Pentecost.
Methodist. Idiosyncrasy. Not joining the no. And no dear William. Now the other part you come here, one name him say missionaries or mobile, you know. There was the what do you call the colonial project. In Tiano Obi him say party be or and tray yen where ya dear every now back at Obi him say, for example, one of the things that missionaries never you know, Uncle Yin say, come some of our traditional medicines and they were seen, they were demonized.
Including our form of worship.
Yes, they were demonized. I mean, we know all of those things. But no, let's say, or some, at the Bonibia, as I say, now come sir, way of writing, it is part of what we call the secularization agenda. The world is getting secularized. And then Crophobinum Afa, so.
And make sure say you be brought some
exactly, say you be brought or someone who was say. Yeah, my and school and for new American Bible, and you know that in the Western world now, the West is happening there in terms of religion in the public space. Now, Enubi, and now a bit more area or the textbooks. I think say whoever should have done due diligence and one yebiano, as I see, I just want to see say I am passe a passe. Come say who say passe dia. Not just say another whole debate and discussion about processes are your books no film and sana about because these are malleable minds, and that's how as psychologists I would describe children. They are what we call malleable minds. Malleable minds just say we're not doing a thing and we have to be very, very cautious about materials are edura in school. One seminar efa one shadi apparently and now for textbooks evidence bend will gather editorial textbooks must also be based on evidence. The Orca say Christianity has led to increased poverty in Ghana. What is evidence? There's no evidence. In fact, Christianity and able to cut down on poverty by a lot of social interventions. And the processor textbooks FM na eba out. One a proofreading, one a year critical review. Textbooks ba na ebeto be a phobia more education is a new area. Who really takes a good look at this?
And then naka for man.
And the naka no way if I ho. If I want a passe no, a commerce no pass of so passe ye. Men pese a bear say, dear minimum be say I'm Pandia, and that's why we don't have to think too far. By your Ghana. And you know, say I'm passe, I'm fan nakadia, come here some tete. Yeah, we draw. And you know,
but them say, order Basia Berry.
Yeah, we draw. Come on. Now, mo say fan nakadia, come in and some more. Not just say I was sent rank hono. Ye may Nico Hopa say it's an avenue for a miscommunication of information. It's a serious avenue. Say you bet to me a Trump ibisa pa na politicians they say more than religion educated. What is the evidence? Or say religion does not encourage creativity. Kwame. Only Isaac Watson. One year, the philosophers of old. Then one guy here space. You know they were religious?
Yes.
They were religious. And see, who says that religion, and they were Christians, encourage creativity? It does. And see, one guy throw bookie, MSM, who say, Dimio has a modea. You say, Benjamin Apea, Francis Benjamin Apia and Henry David Apia. So mo ye nuanom de a yesre mo man ye adwuma pa. Sense mo fa the processes no e me ye ma mo clearance nso a mo mfa matudwa. Na esese ye tworo bribia evidence or facts and figures attached. Now, mommy nyai this idiosyncratic way of writing. And kora and and they say, if that is your ideas, don't put it in a book for children like this. Now, ma the old chrono, yenya statistics, yenya data. I mean, if you look at my work, I may on suicide, I mean, data. Me ba hana me no din kuma. Me ma data on the ground. And yes, obiakas. No. E ma data, facts and figures. And ya wa drawn dia. And they na e de nyame ase. Na say wo mo de betudwa. No mo ka che yen say ya wa draw nso mo ne yen nsem if you say they went through proper processes of getting this accredited and cleared. Na ya sisi mo dia. And they na come here further investigation. You who say why the mark clearance no na requirements no mark clearance no na then the cost until mark clearance no, because obviously content I ha no kwame entwe ye kra enye enti ye nyi firi
ha enkwe ye kra
creativity na no kwame ye nyina se akwa sorry o na sorry am ko na intimate ye asemi
purchase wa bon
Mete asemi kwame makwa sorry ya makwa me preach for 33 years makwa sorry as early as I Kokrokoo Sunday school sorry answer me and he say obi na ye wa bin say after be say I go hear what is happening in some part of Europe. The secularization process no e dey me be ba and the young Africa we have to be critical kwame. Sometimes look at the every West eba. Me who say some people in this part of our world no. Ya chi bibia ni dia chi. Na broju kwa aso kwa kwa sore. Nya botre o. Kwame nka asembi. I was part of the European Commission on Mental Health in Europe.
Yeah.
Na commission no na ho a team biara me ka ho. Na team no free Norway. Nana the area say, we're looking at religion, meaning making, suicide, and mental health in Europe. Now, that particular way I account, it opened my eyes deeply. Look, narrative say, oh, na nyameso ye, and na okose come here no kure no, ye no kure china. Yeah, in Norway.
Yeah.
Also, life expectancy hyper. Yeah, about 64. I'm 80. 80 plus crap. Now, they feel so lost. You are having meaning crisis. Meaning crisis, and they say, what do I be in life? I come up say, what is my purpose in life? Na a dear ena mete hoye. Now, mudu sabre no because baby free asori muntino. They've left the church. Religion, Christianity in Europe, a man for a sense of meaning. When your idea say, or brana mi buno, brebi eso saname, intine ametiase. Wamuni, o ma ye no free o ma brabo mu. Ento wo ha bet say dem we mu bon, obekọ no ekunu ho, owu no da ho. Enti they are now going back, Kwame, to look at the role of religion in protecting the mental health of the elderly. And I was invited to be part of this. And the data I saw, and me banana say, Kai. Now when I'm catching and say, religion, my main is a robust process. I may say 78%, but by now could be 80%. When you say COVID by,
yeah,
global,
and then maybe yeah,
COVID by, I'm winning the Pew Research. I'm here global values. I'm share religion. The importance of God in people's in 2020, 84% of people surveyed globally indicated that God means something to them. God is very important to them. 100 years ago, the center of religion, especially Christianity, was in Europe, where over 80% of people in Europe were Christians. And then Africa is the epicenter of Christianity with over 667 million. Europe is around 40% now. So Europe is fast paganizing. Now, some paganistic tendency, mama is critical in this part of our world. Of course, Kwame Yenim say, religious fundamentalism, idea, I was a social. Yenim say, we were very idiosyncratic, now fana some, not the nation, not a boob yenim tia, not the titi before who so, not the say idea, and say a maquine. They said the air course or not Nigeria, will be fana some who could have them, no, I think for 4 minutes. No, that's not the way to go. You're building on my side. But, and also, I'm trying to say, the Obia yet, na yintino, Obi and the end of that, young condemno. Yanit, I can say, be said. Bribia will be who a counterfeit biano. A counterfeit is just a compromise expression of the original. And the Obia all show counterfeit behavior near the biano. And just say, or copy from the original. They want to mean cast a counterfeit, won't know. Original bia and you're not correct. No, can't say that. Original no, and the one year fundamentalist are wo prenipa. Now wo kunipano. And just say, be so one or the Nyamisum, Nani Mislamisum, Neosmaro, or the Adepa. And the Mama critical Africans. Not Mama yen take it line who can sink her. Idea be a free Yoruba say, we should de-religionize. Now, in religion in free from the public space. Now, no, and one crop for, and one more fra, and one say, we have to be careful. And you be a free Yoruba, correct. Now, some American. So project na me kwatena so na Kokrokoo also, and because they are seeing my work on religion and mental health, they invited me, and they were surprised. I mean, to see say hano Oba universities Kwame Momo na fa ligon ube hu ya ma boba 6 o'clock and 8 p.m. I call we do not fail no so bompa na obi every me also oh na say dear investing na no, we have to stop it. And they said, no, you don't have to. If you research into this area, Kwame, look, the kind of economy we are in, the kind of adversities you're feminine. I'm telling you, Adiba akwa a bunker for adwene buying. Every the dangers and hold one and yarwa hodwa ometumenya as mental illness. No, Kwame, religion is one of the biggest contributors. And the data is there for us to see. And as I say, of course, Kwame, charlatans so afa ho e space ho. E baby me ba catch will say, obi say so for obi invite to say, "Oh, meson ne hunsu na onnom." Yes. And for the past 2 years, no, or son so for no hunsu no one if you say opesa oba. Now this is completely absurd. No doubt at all. Say, also for say, beson me hunsu. No. How? Until also the echi. No akwe. So we need mentally educated population. Mental health, mentally, it is a population I educated mentally. What say, oye, onyame sumnia, sabi omo dame, wajum da ho fine. Na yes, I can't actually so kano. Say be concern you be hunsu. When yes, I have not say nipa no abaye say unyankopo on our house. Nti here on charlatans a ewurem. Come some time ago, views are already viral. One 80 and crofo efunu so say hoko. One guy say mutumi dani am homboa e best as and crofo wo dai mu. One guy ton kusua be ton niema ni ade. Come we have seen the commercialization of the kind of sacramental objects all over. Yenimu nyina excesses my main come home the Christian space. Now we call certain places in Nigeria and so some Islamic fundamentalists so take certain excessive trendy omode sayadi. But then no chere say sa ena ye can say osoma hodwa war Africa han Ghana hanu unsubano. It is not true. Enti mama ye hwe hu yi na efe nso no kwame para church organizations they say Ghana Pentecostal Council, Ghana Christian Council ɛwɔ hɔ so wɔn fi ase say some of these conversations no yɛn fi ase ne yɛn have it yɛn fi ase ne yɛn have it na yɛn active kwame in the mental health space na yɛn kyerɛ the value we can bring on board ebetumi akyerɛ nsɔre nnwuma obetumi ayɛ. If you go to the US na kwame, when we say in the Western world, arguably the United States is still the most religious country in terms of all Western world. It is still one of the most religious. Although in some the US is still very religious. Now, one psychiatrists, psychologists, clinical psychologists, or if you see the utility of religion, if you say translate religious values and principles into psychotherapies. One day boy and Crawford live with cancer. And Crawford or more terminal illness. Oh yeah, they be airborne. Or more day boy and make us say yeah, there's an area in neuroscience about neurotheology. If you say brain centers, certain brain centers are neural areas in the brain and no any religious behaviors echo. Kwame, do you know say current studies show say certain part of the brain, even the limbic system, control emotions. No, say obi a bompire or a meditation. So bompire, so carton, so a meditation. Say sa areas no are activated at ebueni pano. A release in rupa a good pedrian mubueni pano. Are you aware? Say data actually say obi or active Christian or call as a regular or about seven more years likely to live than obi on sorry. So look, people should not be throwing that in the eyes of the public at all. There is enormous couples of evidence.
But Prof, how did this book pass? But ohana na eteti madwin. On him, you share the broader picture. Not just say other things could pass.
Exactly.
Because whether NACA approved or not is on the market. I'm sure it's in schools.
Most likely. It's in schools there.
How? I can't know friends. I can't think far. Friends. Lewin. I can't think far. I can't think madness.
I mean, when you say
our market, say our schools, I be peace social media. Where they mean you can you do that kind of heads must roll.
I mean, when you say this space of publication, I mean, academic publication, say, or publish it, or document, or work. Now, I say, or they call, and work, and I say, or they publish here. You look for a very good journal. Journal, ever receive. Sometimes I'm not receiving work now. There is what we call Dex reject. Dex reject naturally say, I'm passing first level kura. And the way ya also submitting a baby at 7 o'clock in the morning. About 7:39. You appear the man say work no sabi. Aye, bibia ni muti ya munya. Any ye what the man e can a reviewer. Until reviewer na just be a reviewer. Now come what do we about me journal mu. Editor na be forward me work na the man a reviewer.
Yeah.
Now work na man na abeto many. Then with a critical eye, I read your entire work. I raise concerns. Ebi o hard me catch one say editor Sifa kinds paper no emiti more standard for publication. You know, so you arrange it, and the end desktop and not desk region. Just say arrange it no America crabemu. And now so say make you read. Make say fantastic paper is accepted in its current form. And now so say the third possibility, the fourth possibility say maybe the paper back to the editor. Some will say you have to revise and resubmit. And you don't get materials published just like that. And I think that is exactly the role NACA play. Say Ubia the book ba, it must go through critical review.
Which I know Naka does.
Okay. So like you said,
I said Naka approved the bomb.
But
as Minister Kai, you are marketing tactics gimmicks.
And will be the above. Yeah, man, Naka the benefit of the doubt. Men on the MAP say, I'm ranting me, New album of the actual book, Francis Benjamin appear, and Henry David appear.
Francis Benjamin. And Henry David.
I'm within the
Christian.
And one more, what they have to do is say, one Brahman can say and say, yeah, we went through the right processes. And yeah, J, in your accreditation. And now, so say, where the and to also know, I also kind of connect. But I'm say I started the process of investigation. You bet me who baby an okrenda. But come partner what kind of strike me a say if we are getting materials like this past, then maybe another pass here.
Aha.
Yeah, Kwame. Maybe I pass here. Interestingly, since LGBT ceremony idea by any books near DNA comprehensive sexual education near the and I became a bit interested in textbooks. I just glanced through to see a few things. But what can make of
him?
Make of a make of him maybe idea. I think that we have to be careful. It means that a binum bit to me a passia. Yeninda. And the way say no, most likely do school. They say, oh yeah, picture them enemy here. Mung say pen crowd money. They not just say this is a textbook. You use to school. Mung say a crown crowd edim agro kakra. And so class 4. A crown we na o use ampa. School no ye man say. Onsuya de. I mean onsuya. Na say obi the way e wure mani hu a. Come next time obi control about extremist behavior. Say obi we are yen say, obi we are yen say, obi we are say na and also pass here. That may not be Christianity or religion, but it may be something else.
Obi a dream.
Violence. It's just encouraging violent behaviors and extremist behaviors. West Africa, how come we say one of the biggest we are. Yeah, and say and also make it new way into our textbooks and educational spaces. And I just say a bit right. And I think it's a very important question. Say, then the pass ye, why any the kotoye group buying a review ye, ye no report ben ye chalk a mouth. Come here, be so. Now, no, na committee no, and we all right. Naka way. And be a naka a comprehensive report. Say sa portion ye infro.
And no man
ya. E be a almost so there are possibilities. But the important point will be that yen he baby a de free ba. Holes ne slippages are hodwa. Abeda hwa ama obi afa ho a odi ade akọ abe apia ebi kura edu schools. Na yen silini nyina na yen make the learning space not very safe. We have to make the learning space very safe because there is information overload now in our world. And kura gadget ahodwa what is safe information all over the world. And just say about some textbooks are yen share niema mu a wusua na obi etumi ye bibidie wure mo na ode akodia. What I just say we have a lot to do. And I think it's a very serious question. How did it pass? It is.
Well, Minister, when you have any responses?
I mean, say, on my.
And on Sanyan Kahe.
Also, we are in trouble.
We are in trouble.
Hey, Minister,
let me read. The said publication from Excellence series was taken through the standard protocols established under the approval process of the council and therefore comes to us as a surprise. This is because the content as published by the media is not the true reflection of what NACA approved.
Oh, what was wrong?
Naturally say, your piece of media, one day woman buy NACA for shemuna, Nania appear ye cassetia, a sumwa Ghana for Marco 71%. A 4 sumuna cassetiano. Tama one the contents they buy one approval you na a nim.
I see.
Come.
So Kokrokoo has been approved, but the
manuscript was approved,
but it didn't contain this.
Yes.
Just say Nyanaka didn't say Yamamukwan Samon Conco Prentino. Na we in Kaho. How did it come in?
It means that somebody must be the final editor again to look at this before it goes into the market. And a honor quality assurance work. Come on, say, maybe they say, made the paper a call a journal. Now, you all the comments. Now, the fixia, it goes back to the editor. Na editor no editor ma reviewer no. Enti anka commenter say na ka yi. Na ka de ma omo no. It should have come back to Danka. Say say bia comment A B C D E ni nyina ni ade. Na ka ma the final production. Owie no a ansa na bi e be ko market no. Quality assurance be must happen. Say portions are here ni nyina no. Into some journals be on ma. Obeka tell say beyond these corrections we will not take any further corrections. Omeka tell. Into we ya Obeka say they won't publish it. Oma up to this level. It is just to be sure say the Omeka say and why. And there is still a door be baby. Say naka approve but we ain't come. Until one necessary fan nim. Na de naka approve na say e come market no. Or she say eno na e come market. Na nye brifufuro. Come it say if say food and transport. It's the same thing. Omoko na mo approve ade na. The ever for public consumption. One if you say the amount they ever and one yedi. It's the same thing that is happening.
So that maybe we should call the value the chain.
The chain.
Chain name wine and the
one that you man last person be last person be medical doctors area mo training na. Kwame who say ombeko yes housemanship. Omo wie no a na ya totomo di mako various way. Enti wo no obeyes we say rotation no kura no wo ye kwa kokora ibe hu. Obeko ha 6 months akwa 6 months now on nemu say ya told we how to find out we oba homies o ye okronfo a wo de ho fairness every ma ye becho enti I will say obi baby somebody maybe your timechi or ye owie ni masters in clinical psychology no or ye what you call an ogusu in master or ye what you call practicum no baby 6 to 8 months oko baby na hands on scales enti niema ya che no fi asde ye adwuma owie no akwa me owie o obesa akwa ye 1 year internship no is going to work under a psychologist or if any say entries are all year
just at every stage there's a check
kwa me owie o e fe na obesa apply to Ghana Psychology Council na ya na fa induction. And at one point, we do the Ghana Psychology Council. No one say, "Oh, meet criteria na license no." So something must be done. Chain no, baby, touch my ho. Na hono here pa.
My main share messages back home. Chairman Prof. Osafo is right. Even one of the greatest French philosophers, René Descartes, in his work on systematic doubts on the existence of God, he used evil as a counterfeit to prove God's existence as the good.
Exactly.
In the book entitled Nkrumah and the Church, Kwame Nkrumah outlined the exact role religion must play in society while preventing exploitation. Kofarus in Tema. Thank you for that one. Please ask the minister whether they have a copy of what was approved in Bachona. Minister, can they give us a copy of what was approved?
Thank you. Mama Nakafo, I'm a copy when I get to the office to also prove themselves. Say, ampa near excellent publication. The Bako schools no. Ni mo na sani okan no. Say, yenyina ye tumi hu na yenyina ye san yeti na sanctions wo mu a sani excellent publications. Say ampa say enim no one dia hyemu dia. Then there should be sanctions. Obia be who say ampa we're not happy with it because for now Obia anya happy with it intina because say asama to ye no and Prof Osafo said it right. Almost said the Food and Drugs Authority ne won humana the first products na ya want to call hokoje license no for especially herbal preparation no they were so authentic and so medicinal. But we will have some by a cross check after a year or two. Now the old market no content no. You almost opposite in the one they call for licensing. And see, it's unfortunate.
I think about FD for a market storm. Almost shop and near the no market here say Niamana ye tongue to send you the brain nana.
Pepe and see where it's unfortunate, but it's an eye opener. And we need to add another department to NACA. And I said NACA will be given the power to just do random, mail the books are supplied, do random further proofreading.
Yeah.
Because may appear before then, there has a Sembia Maya said, book I approve no. A better be before more.
And can you approve?
Send the HF for the fire tico, I didn't bisano. And untino. Mijidi say where the another section or another unit of Nakabeba. I be a bay want to say Food and Drugs Authority or one work pharmacy shop. Now I could share and near me woho. But
your percent Naka day no more approving the mao. Not yes, you didn't.
Quarter, means to me many who. 7 of my batin hacker.
Ampa.
And you know, why a press release cry. I mean, you sure say nipa see a press release to send it or you a piece of FMA and okay. Chairman General programming. And you know, men so we figure pa, Beko Akoshe book no original copies now one because Nakaji minimum 2 copies. Okay. Minimum 2 copies. Apart from manuscript, no final a copy now by no Amrawa publish a no Nakaji copy. And you know, men so Beko bisa copy. Any manuscript no say be who difference be o mo
okay
if e ho na ebema obia so ati me sure say minister so sabre wo program wo Kumasi me sure so no so on fa way light if you say e yade a enye mpani ho asem kra na ye ka na yakase enim na ye dada we ye mofra as Professor said a malleable minds a if na ye dandan no enti se asem kese pie wo mo a
yeah
na parents I want to say me sorry compulsory. We are just say symptoms in your cold. Say ya COVID by enti. When your symptoms be it's a cold, I want to mean for urban public place. Other than that, no new option be as because I won't sorry. Enti say ye nyabuka ma ye ntiti ya ye titi ye mano aye dia. Na che say say ye nyina ye ma ye nibre na ye te so ntesu kokko. Na ye hu himfa na deceit na da no wo ana himfa nso na obi compromise ye ana himfa nso na obi anye na dwuma yie ne nyina sese ye hu na ye tumi siesie ne yie na mayen nso omamu nyina ye nya ahotoso se sabre esi books no ye be ye wo Ghana ne publish wo Ghana no enko ye bibi ye wo ho se ye ka se patronage made in Ghana goods if ade no be ko ye
na ai bibi ye
ho na che se ye koya na chese asia besi ya name enti mesre the general public say e nipa ho ade ye systems bi ese na kafem bia na kafem na bibi fufro na esi according to the reporter na ka ade ama mesese ya no eno nti ye nyina ye nsanso mwa ade ba ko mesre na se awofo ni adaje ba ye besre say book biya ba bontia the student, the teachers, the parents no ye nyina ye nye yadwen se bibi o ha ye ninji ho a ntempa no ye bema ewiase nyina ati so nya to wo social media handles na enam ho na ye ne sa ye nyina betumi ahwe enkrofo a won pese won ye smart with the system no na yenya wo nyina na ye ne ye ama book site ye chro na ye publish wo Ghana ha no ye nyina yetumi aka se wo publish the corner ka wia na kafo be ye ne se won ye na be ba bonten no so be ye ne a ye nyina ya jatum all the standards that we have.
My main call message is back and Sebi. So, Kwame, I disagree with Professor Safo on 2 points. Prof. Firstly, he says Europe is now 40% Christian and the rest going pagan. It's wholly incorrect factually and logically. It is not either or. There are people in Europe of Christian tradition who are no longer Christians, but atheists or agnostics. People in Europe distinguish between religion and spirituality. 2. The second contentious point he makes is the correlation between Christianity and life expectancy. Europe is going less Christian. That's Prof's own point. But in Europe, they live longer on average than those of us Christianizing Africa. Look at what you may call Christian values. Where are they lived, practiced, and observed more? In Africa or Europe? Well, I agree. The so-called Christian values are practiced and lived more in Africa than anywhere else. Okay. Elder Samuel Anini says, the education minister, Dr. Yawedu Chum, I heard him speak last week on one radio station. He said he was first hinted by Apostle Nyameche. He verified, and indeed, what NACA approved is not what is on the private schools on the market. Elder Samuel Anini, well, thank you, Elder. We'll follow up on this. Deputy Minister say Obidie Chresu Amaye, just to make sure say Nyanaka ede omusa shase no and ask the Deputy Minister why we will simply not go back to O&A levels as we previously had. Kwame, private schools are running that anyway and are charging premium fees for it. Could you? This thing, my car, but baby, I don't know. And we can't go back. The private schools who are running these and charging a premium, I guess. I'm not questioning. Professor Safo, an institutional radio. I'm just sitting here writing notes. Won't pay school fees. I'll say, okay, we'll soon start paying classes fees. Master Planner Junior, King Tampo. And a day and a brain. A very good morning to you, Professor Eddie Apia. Here's to wish you well. And Naka and matters arising. Sa textbook here. Yamani pa. Naka should have followed up to the final destination of the textbooks to be sure what we are hearing now does not happen. Mark Hayford, Dansuman Estates. We always talk and talk. We don't see punishment. This one want to see punishment. Or some Kobna Boni in Teshin. There are more books outside. I ask myself, who approved these books to be sold? And then, can anybody just get up, write a book, and launch it? Our system is weak. Reverend Acosta Sante in Kumasi. Okay. Okay. Same message coming too many times. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Anyway, Enti Naka, over to you.
Kwame.
Yes, Prof.
Me say na obi say ana me yadwen.
Yeah.
Nipa no. So here it's not about looking at me I say data should speak. Sometimes especially when we have lived outside, and a few, for example, trends when it comes to life expectancy. And I'd had a lot of this banter along with colleagues, not only in Ghana, beyond. people are living longer. But Kwame, there's something called quality of life. It's not just about living longer. But look, data, I've been following global data on world values for some time. And it is obvious. You can't say in Europe. Of course, when we talk about say Europe is becoming paganistic, we don't mean say we'll be a pagan in Europe. We're talking about averages. Okay? We're talking about the average number of Christians at a point in time. Say Europe.
Yeah.
But no, it's the other way around. The reverse, what we call reverse missionary evangelistic work. Africans and the free here call Europe. And African churches, several of them are in Europe now. I live in Europe for a while, and I've toured a lot of countries in Europe. And because me be a religious stuff, I get into religious spaces and spiritual areas. And I can say Europe now doesn't look at religion from the very sociological point of view. Say no. Spirituality, which is an individualized approach to the numinous, say but me spiritual. And I'm looking at connectedness, I'm looking at the beauty in nature, aesthetics, I'm looking at art. All of these things, if you go to Europe, they are seen as points of spirituality, and therefore a means of people so getting in touch with the sunsmonium. But hey, when you look at what some of the issues are about sorry, church attendance, sorry, be there, and productivity in Kosovo, and those things don't resonate when you look at Europe and one history. Because what happened was that enlightenment in Europe at the time when bacteriology or say Yaribi or Homa and yet said now bacteria as a foreign pathogen beer.
Yeah.
Then there was this fight between the church and science. But over and over, you won't say, so our fight now between church and science. And say, we are scientific. You cannot be spiritual. And if you are spiritual, you cannot be scientific. And teachers say there's a disconnect. Say, Obi, with the Mesumuni pa, on to me, Obi or science. The truth from evidence, say, Kwame, in psychology and medicine, there are a lot of scores of issues medicine cannot address. No matter what you can't address it. All forms of cancers, medicine can't address. But Nipano, if you say or turning to religion, spirituality, say something bigger than himself. Now whom say nabrabo improve it. And one if you say true against religion, this German philosopher who said that religion will be there. Of course, what he meant was that because na urbanization, migration, scientific revolution, religious values able free the public space. It's other way around. It hasn't left. Now COVID the buy gives us a picture. So Obi Obeka say religion is living the good way it's not that way.
Prof, na me kan winche minister na me fa nyum ba ku bia me pese me di twam na efe me ba hey COVID. Obi se e bia naka system no eya delays bam. Enti wan hwa eno na ma publishers ni bi a market in order to capture the market. E bia mo so mo hwe mo naka me de se me de me manuscript abeto ho. Now say 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Now mommy go ahead. It's custom, and maybe the bottlenecks and I bring back a red tape bureaucracy near one nakano, and then obviously suggest it's possible. But can religion who say me? I don't know if you've ever seen the image of a bald head Jesus.
Praise him, praise him, praise him, praise him, praise him. He's the King of Kings.
Good morning, Carlos von Brazzi.
I
have never seen the image of a bald-headed Jesus.
I have never seen the image of a bald head Jesus. Have you?
I have never seen the image of a bald-headed Jesus yet. He is a humble and dreadlock Nazarene man. Look in yourselves and try to understand why you never seen the image of a bald-headed Jesus yet. Hey, all the bald-headed Jesus followers start to fret.
And so if you are bald head, you can't be Jesus, have you?
All the bald-headed Jesus followers
Religion and matters.
He said to follow him and he will make me fishers of men. You just leave the barber shop and gone back again. And you
Never seen the image of a bald head Jesus.
There is no synagogue that was built by Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ didn't build a synagogue.
There is no synagogue that was built by Jesus Christ. He taught on the hill and in the valley.
He taught on the hills and in the valleys. Perform miracles, didn't ask for pay.
No synagogue that was built by Jesus Christ.
What have we done with religion today, especially Christianity?
By the old time religion. By the old time religion. By the old time religion. Cause it is good enough for right. If it was good for Moses and Aaron, if it was good for David and Solomon,
Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then
it is good
I was a reggae for to me. I say, I'm in Paboniama. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. You know when you what? Bald head Jesus. It says, study Numbers 6 and tell I what you see. Sing, Bonnie.
Hey,
Study Numbers chapter 6 and tell I what you see.
cause it was written in the Bible of the dreadlock Nazarene.
Don't you put away the old for the new.
Now don't you put away the old for the new.
Cause if you do, Jah will turn his back on you.
It was written in the Bible that Christ was a Nazarene. Hey, every apostle of Christ was a dreadlock-bearded man. Every apostle of Christ was a dreadlock Ethiopian. This is a message to all church and denomination.
Respect is due to the dreadlock Rasta man.
Cause you never seen the image of a bald-headed Jesus yet.
Okay, I'll sign off with it. Don't worry. We'll be saying Charlie, continuously. Don't worry, I'll sign off with it. So there's never been the image of a bald head Jesus. And yet, you Rastafari, you say, Ominipa Bonifo. Life, living it, religion, Christianity. But Prof, me born you man me Quran that here back you know, and the date that be 29th May.
Anything time me.
Me kai omo to me e wo mun sam nyina. Say mere ye ndi nkaso.
Okay.
And Buhari is leaving office
Aye.
as president of the Republic of Nigeria.
Aye.
And Muhammadu Buhari is leaving office as president of the Republic of Nigeria.
How many years?
Where did 8 years away?
Till Udi bottom Miguel bottom Macra.
Emre yendi nkaso.
Emre Becho.
Emre yendi nkaso.
And a penna me say omo say come say case no court.
Oh yabwegu.
Omo
Oh yabwegu.
Aye.
Yabwegu. Ah, now me also say about the president about this so I say obey. Enra, maybe the very final in the series for COVID. The very last fellow Ghanaians for COVID. Ebi bebium, but ebi anankoban for COVID. Omampanyina ne kai. Obomabaso, psychologist and psychiatrist.
Oh. Yani Jimum.
I may say wadasi awie. But just quick comments. All Kassan and me who say, you see your short memories, I am pa. What is the name of the no kana in your refi?
You.
Yankai.
Fellow Ghanaian.
Yeah, Yankai. I'm fine.
Makome
Yeah, Yankai, you never be bree, Yankai.
Oh, the baby.
COVID abakoma. Gifty, okay, money. Because you being an MP deputy minister, school said to more or constituents near there, but I say from our first union, I refuse.
She say, Chairman General, because the first PPE I talk about municipal. Thermometer gun, I'm saying tobacco 4,000. Disposable nose masks, NDA, different NDA.
N95.
N95. Me say one box, send me turn no.
ABC ho.
She say, since that time no, near two bodies in name planning complaining ma. Enti when no kakra no. On parliament, and him send board in there so power. Just say wonye bi nkoma cause we health director fro say, onye bi. E work on the COVID cases kakra na onye bi. No obi so obi tombi on to your platform so. We say thermometer gun 4,000 back home. Because one kwan won be. Until that short time no, sikebia wo bia wo project kura wo jai. Sanitizers. Miss Mika say, Chairman General, na me to me bia me dressmaker or pack my home a nose mask to match.
Yeah.
Catch and say, on my fashionable me who as part of my apparent me she. Na nya sa na nya fa me she. And I took many samples to her. And to me bia sent to my best 20 crown me palm that time na. E bia o na bia o nose mask. And I'm sans my ayi TV for as on be change be different colors. And teacher say, "Who be say parliament? Na me bia me nose mask to match with into me from me." Kwa as say a part of me dressing na me to me wear fee. When I make up first said then wakata wanim. Na I say na ni nyina mu say first school education e kan yampa ya to school nyina mu e ba girl go say mommy we thought you were coming home for 1 month listen you know it was 1 year ya to school nyina mu and ankola ba ye den e say hwehwe sika and sponsorship fee UNICEF and other partners and then nakafo ya ni detail and sandloss na ye for professionals be more develop content material na ye TV ni ba wie ye pay ye na here for na any TV na they san convert audio visual no to only audio. I say how are you going to do assessments na san your workbooks and ye what TV ni radio so we the workbooks at school ho na head teachers ni teacher for one sure say one from tem bia one beba na agree na nkola na ye work ni wi a obokola teacher for be say me nsa peti school hodi ye nko school ntie hofu na one hyem teacher for them as what na one mark work na ye wo TV so ni radio so no na teacher for na mark workbook no
atie am I referee
time kure ka say
you
wouldn't lost any academic year no as in kola ni nko school form 3-4
okay I said the man for ntokwa
parents said they be no money be teacher for say you sure one be san yen you go fumigate it say maybe this so fumigate you create so fumigate the people to be convinced say na few teachers be near COVID we had to get to them with their with their families and so ni nyina mu say the president kan ye no nyameni ye di ni ye ya boka bebre and so ye nyina a self institute insurance ayi nyina ye me kwadwuma me kwadwuma me nim say me kwadwuma be du me akon me kwadwuma me pipe ye tap no ye mie na fe ye nyina ye hyefie enti say o ma ye relief kakra titire ye adwuma no upia na wonye bibi di no na ye nyina ye hyefie at least life be kakra water bend na e depo we say I was say mo fra de wo kire ne nsa hohoro a Chairman General abofra bi na sa time no tap my avian fluid by no na me kira de enti ya kire mo fra say ya huru ya nsa ho adu ye elbow na me tu kwa na me call driver no see em for restaurant bi na won ya brand home we on be use washroom na papa bi ne ba ebedidi they were eating for the same bowl. Papa no didn't say. I will who is to send a normal senior Pasano. Now, collect to a fast, and now rolling someone to the elbow. Favorite to hours in our pay, I said, you under the side bano. Uncle, who in Sat Nina, a boy, my teacher for boy, Mr. Chamajan, Minya COVID. Now, honor, senior medical staff. Go for you, and need be baby, can see baby for us isolated ward, dear. But on converti baby. You see the care. Obasha uba kubia ni PPEs ni nyina se say okọ rotugu. Just say ya famous some mine. Ni nyina mu no we da ho 5 days, we da ho 3 weeks provided you have the appetite to eat. Abano na hwe ni nyina together with antibiotic akase.
Unfortunately the lives that were lost.
Yeah, asthmatic fuwe. It's not only antibiotics, steroids ni any more bebre ni nyina to me ye ebinum eto ye de ba ye mududo na enyankwa bio enti sabre president adanyame ase na wada Ghana fo horo bebre no na me danyame ase mo won a won ya dofo firi mu esi me ma me panim bi ne ku ne ba pani ne baba pani ne baba ba ko pani ne ku enyina afi mu through covid kai ma me ne nya bi but on de won firi mu na say the president can psychologist adwuma won ye o ma me ne ho e wo region ti no ne no kan ne say ma me nye ma adwuma kwa nyankopon pedoze me ye enti na wo ma daddy na mo babesia wo afi me nsa enti mo danya me ase and so because psychologist ye ne ho adwuma it was all because ma me ne gidi say after age 80 no bibi wo ya eye oni nyankopon kita hodie it comes again with Christianity. Enti na ogusua wo anidaso se ni kun na danfo ni bibia and they had married for almost 50 years if no more or in kun and a friend but Christianity ntino na owa hotoso se onyankopon ni ne ye na oye ma no na psychology nso ye ni ho adwuma yi ansa won discharge because this woman was oye mama kese enti ni wo no was all over. So then they had to work on this woman using religion and psychology.
But any people have never been able to recover.
A bit more. One
those who lost their jobs. Psychologist. You know, you can never wrap your mind around it, especially, you know. 80 Bishadi say, you're a few COVID.
And send a president can or say, or can you say, when him send the economy need to tip and some pa, a debba sign about a chibio. Name so nipe wa yen to me father and mankum. Minim said nuntia ma Ghana, near my year no, until my COVID no ye boka be brace, ye want to a my tray and who share. Na compose test one ye say, or we be say HIV test me yana will be a made. And the COVID no on your testing po and we who, but ye honey dear. Near na me one was I am fair, a contact tracing. Just say, want to be Tracy will be all remote baby, will be one director for municipal director for health. Oh, you just said Nipacono. And then all never said any money in a course. And my horse, my yet to me increase industrialization, Kakra. If ye nose marks were her, sanitizers were her. And money na a boy, my yako nim. Now, dear about me COVID, a dear who said a dear bed dumy. I missed all the pain. You say, and you say, oh, ye meeting, oh, here Zoom ID.
And I'm Zoom for being a scapper.
And it's a bit baby. Oh, she baby cry. Oh, the nurse were catching on some say parliament here meetings that COVID. Nobody knew I had COVID.
Yeah.
There was somebody who said, hey, why is the Zoom ID? Those of us down with COVID. We want to be part of this meeting immediately. Nah, yeah, my address, you know. So you don't miss out.
Yeah.
Upon this, no, me and Kasa me project kitty me yen say. As I say, your penny so say. Yen na budget flexi place of work. Any flexi time of work or COVID bachelor and sir. See a dear no bad near jitumwa. adwuma ye enye dim bebre titru pa na ye ma efena ya bomodi ya kosku edu echiri efena ye nya adwuma ye nya kuma ware efena ye wo fisi beka kire wo say maternity leave ne ye pese ye tenten chema general
yeah
obeba no irrelevant to adwuma mu ho fane say wo ye teacher say na be teacher na teacher for ma miensa anyema wo almost the same period now see young come maternity leave for 6 months now watch the examination club but na teacher na for nipa foforo na mo see your flexi place of work and flexi working hours obe shade assignment ne other name be ama teaching and learning be course all right now say most schools internet connectivity ni nyina ya covid in some way by no na Ministry of Education ma yinibre ne telcos no agreement as you say second cycle for any tertiary internet connectivity there enye too much of a challenge ntini nyina aboa ama yakoyenim ba na ye beka ne say e fiade ye nyina ye comox no ya ehia se ye be comox akoda nyame ase
na memne da ne
kwasiada dan so se ye ko saba school na kwasiada ye ko yenso ye ko ayesum kwasiada na akoda nyame ase no ehia se ye beda nyame ase sabiri bia oda nyame ase a ema wo kai bebe nyame di wafiri ni bebi odi wadu enti president say enti ya ko adi covid sunku nimi na sikasem aye bibie wo ho no onka say IMF be ma ye ho atoyen overnight na mom sikasem na ye din
me dey make covid for now
enso ye besan ya besisu bio enti covid yen kai ni nyame aye bebi ni nyame di yen fa mu eni bebi a odin edu somman ene covid inti ye wo laboratories bebre ye complex test wo ho covid start shase no na ye onuguchi pe basabre bebre abeka ho agenda 111 so nye covid anka ma baby wo adwuma ye about 75-80%, baby nso wo ho a I won't men shem who say men can baby so obekwa about 15%, baby kura wo ho a just clearing but ni nyina koso
na baby so ha ntokwa wa asase no so
and ntokwa for na ye 15 because o clear ya
ma men yana has
this year aba enti COVID my president na ya Ghana for nyina se
Prof Dr. Victoria Baini East Legon. I'm say it sounds so academic into ba or sending message, but I'll say always good to listen to Prof. Christianity is gaining very good grounds in the states for mental health wellness and now neuro counseling is now the health issues. Terminal illness and addictions are now being treated with this form of intervention. Clients who visit non-Christian agency ask for prayers when in session. Exactly. Because most people believe in the higher power that controls the affairs of men. Quote, be ye transformed by the renewing of mind, unquote. Have a wonderful week. Dr. Victoria Baini, East Legon. Doc, thank you very much. Tell our Deputy Education Minister I said thank you, but I don't want to be reminded about COVID. I am still at home ever since, including some of my colleagues. COVID, never again. Humphrey Ofori, Medina, UN. Obviously, COVID turned out to be good for me. I was able to rent a store through COVID-19. I got money from Nose Mask, Pawili, Sikaso. Well, obviously, sending me back with Sonusunya, Iskapa Papa, every COVID. But whatever it is, COVID. Enra, Tama, ye can't and home say, hey, you're a fee.
Can only WHO report to be 2012. Here's a portion. Sorry, 2022. I'll say the COVID-19 pandemic quickly became one of the biggest global crises in generations. It has severe and far-reaching repercussions for health systems, economies, and societies. Countless people have died. In fact, as of now, over 6 million people died. Or lost their lives. Families and communities have been strained and separated. Children and people in every country have missed out on learning and socializing. Businesses have gone bankrupt. Millions of people have fallen below the poverty line. Mental health has been widely affected. Plenty of us became more anxious during various waves of COVID-19. But for some, the pandemic has sparked or amplified much more serious mental health problem. Come here, we always say after the COVID, no, there's a global epidemic now, and Kokrokoo Ajumuyari is on the rise. And COVID really was a shaker. Now, and we are still trying to pick up ourselves together. But I think that what, for me, quickly, very interesting, I thought that at the time, there is something that still. He showed leadership.
I president.
Oh, yes. And I kept telling people, say, if for nothing, because at that time, people were very much afraid. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a virus that kept changing. Just say it kept mutating into Emma. But you had a leader who took very tough decisions. And I think that was a showmanship of great leadership at the time. Now, Adiba Konswa, Mepese Mekan quickly, one year about space. Now, Maka said that particular intervention, but collaboration, state, any religious organizations, Kwame, we should not let it go. It was such a fantastic opportunity for state and religion to work together. And then Pentecost, you really see here in center, no? And other churches.
I know about Pentecost.
Yes, I read about ICGC. I read about Methodist, Catholic, Presby. The interventions were enormous. I just say, the church in the nation a major stakeholder for national development at all strata of life. And say, you did Kokrokoo. Now, media be trying to say, now in paying for exploit this avenue. We are still going through challenges. That's not settled MBA. In fact, mental health authority, say schizophrenia is on the rise. In last year and this year, over 8,000 new cases. That is a percentage rise about 30%, 29.5%. And I become just a year. Whereas we check it 2022, it was just something like some 0.9 for a. But now I jump it boom to about 29.7%. Not just say baby that I was saying you you're born a basso. Yeah. You're born in and you'll be sorry my idea.
Yeah, there will be a may the souls of the faithful departed find eternal rest, and may their passing through COVID remind all of us we're here today, we're gone tomorrow. Let's make love, not war. May their souls rest in peace. Amen.
Peace ever. Praise him, praise.
Professor Joseph Osafo, Head of Psychology Department, University of Ghana, Legon. Gifty Chum Ampofo, MP, Ebuakwa North, Deputy Education Minister. Prof, the Deputy Minister, Napia Damasio. Prof and Honorable. Yes. Listen, it's next on your radio.
And try to understand why you never seen the image of a bald-head Jesus.
We've done our bit for this morning. May your day be blessed.
Bald-headed Jesus.
Good morning to you, Ahmed, listening to us live in the UK. Nana has your jury. Be of good cheer. The sun shall rise again.
He said to follow him and he will make you.
Remember to keep your dreams and hopes alive. It's all you have. And as always, when you stop to say a prayer, remember to say one for me too.
There is no sin.
God bless. Good morning.
Jesus Christ. There is no sin that was built by Jesus